You should do the 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm not even seeing it. No, you do it.
3, 2. It feels weird. Can't even do the intro anymore. We're live, by the way.
What? Thank you.
Say hi to the world, Sarah.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture. Sarah here, Crypto Capital Venture. August 12th, 2018. Want to do a quick live stream. We have to bounce it. Actually, she's going to leave first, but I wanted to go over Bitcoin charts and really just do a quick overview going into this week, some important things. And I figured I'd have my beautiful wife, Sarah, say what's up to everybody.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is having an awesome weekend. It's Sunday, Family Sunday, or just chill Sunday.
That's what we'll be doing. We've got Poseidon Lou in the house. Tech Lords, what's up, man? Thanks for coming by, dude. All right, so I'll get the video started. What?
Bye, everyone.
Oh.
Bye.
I'll see you in a little.
Bye.
Okay, so the title of this video, obviously, when will Bitcoin break out? It's an important question. It's a question I ask myself every day. And so I thought, why not do a quick little video based around today's technical analysis? And I'm not trying to, put clickbait out there or anything like that. I'm definitely not trying to do that. But I know everybody's asking that question. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. And I'll make it brief. It's a brief technical analysis before I have to head out. But hopefully it can be valuable to anybody out there asking the same question. Because I think that's what everybody in cryptocurrency, whether you're a veteran or a newbie, you're wondering, when will Bitcoin break out? Many think soon, and I don't. I don't think soon. I think it's going to require some patience and self-control. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this this brief live stream. And I know it's a weird time, Sunday, 1:15 Eastern, but we're going to do our best. Assad says, do more live on the weekend. Is weekend really good? I figure weekends are not good because everybody's busy, but maybe weekends could be good. What's up, Jim Flanagan in the house? We have a John Flanagan. Get out of here. That's great. Jose Miguel Lopez, what's up, man? Thanks for your continued technical analysis posts. I really appreciate those. We have Jamal here. Jamal finally catching a live stream. I don't catch you in these live streams very often, man. So, pretty cool. Yes, Roy Trimboli says Litecoin Summit. Litecoin Summit in about a month. If you guys, and actually I'm glad you just brought that up. If anybody's in here and you're on the fence, go get your tickets. Go get your tickets right now for the Litecoin Summit if you're able, because it's going to be a pretty amazing time. Look at all these speakers. Look at all these speakers over there. So, and I have my camera set up a little further away. It's on an actual tripod as of right now, so the table doesn't move the webcam. I hope it's good with you. But let's jump in. Let's jump into the charts. Okay, I want to go over. And first, I do actually want to go over a tweet I just did. You might have seen it on Twitter. I said I agree with this idea that Facebook is going to come out of nowhere with big blockchain development news. What's hilarious is that most of the naysayers in our lives are on Facebook, and they will have front row seats to the show. And we'll have front row seats to that show of them learning of this world of blockchain. And I don't say that out of spite. I really just say it because it's funny. Pretty much most of the people in my life, and you might relate to this, aren't really too interested in blockchain. They think it's kind of ridiculous. And that's where we are in this market. We truly are the early stage investors, the early stage believers, and it's evident by really just looking at the people around us and talking to them. No hate, but they just don't get it. They don't understand it, and they're not too interested in it. But what will be funny is if Facebook does launch something big in blockchain, and it's kind of like forced on them, and they're going to be forced to embrace it. This could be down the line. This could be years down the line. I'm not saying it's happening now, but I have this article that I just read that made me kind of post that, which is Facebook Messenger exec David Marcus leaves Coinbase board, fueling speculations about cryptocurrency plans. And you can see in the article, Dave Marcus, former head of Facebook's Messenger team, stepped aside. The move, according to Facebook, was made to avoid the appearance of conflict. Though Facebook has not revealed any specific plans to use the decentralized ledger technology behind Bitcoin, Marcus stepping down at Coinbase suggests that Facebook's blockchain ambitions are ongoing and serious. Possible plans could include issuing its own cryptocurrency, which could swiftly make Facebook a power player in the global payments ecosystem, or acquiring major blockchain startups, perhaps even Coinbase itself. Yeah, why not, right? Facebook with almost $1 trillion market cap, huge company. If they get involved, things are going to change rapidly. They have such a powerful presence in the world, in such a powerful voice. So pretty crazy to really see what's going on there. Who knows when that'll happen, but something to anticipate and something to sit back and watch, because it could be interesting as our friends and family on Facebook are forced to embrace this thing called the blockchain. OT23, a 1999 Sunday live stream super chat, says bull run soon. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this video. So first off, appreciate the Sunday super chat. I'm loving it. It's putting some pep in my step. It's the first day of the week, really. So hopefully it'll be an awesome week for all of us, no matter what we're doing, cryptocurrency, work, whatever it is. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that super chat, OT23. You're awesome. And I love that emoji or that avatar that you have. And I know I've told you that before, but thank you. John Kim's in the house. Everybody say hi to John. Send him your encouragement, your prayers. This guy traveling the world, traveling the globe. I'm just kidding. He's traveling the United States, which is a feat in of itself for Litecoin. I'm actually going to see him. What, John? I'll see you in the next week, right? Can't wait to see you, man. I guess in somewhere in Jersey. That's going to be awesome, bro. I can't wait to just shake your hand, give you a hug, maybe do a little live stream. It's going to be cool, man. So everybody say what's up to John Kim. Go follow him on Twitter, JohnKim77. So jumping in, we're around 7 minutes into this live stream. A good idea to talk about the charts, right? And you know, I did a video yesterday. We've been following this for I think since the end of July. This possible inverse head and shoulders. Not going to talk too much about it, but if you've been watching my videos, you see we're actually starting to form in the last 2 weeks this right shoulder. And the question is, will it form or not? And it's going to really, that answer, at least my answer, I'll answer that on the daily chart right now. So let's look at the daily. There's a couple things I'm looking at in terms of answering this question, when will Bitcoin break out? And number one is, first off, we have to take this downtrend that we've been in, right? We have to take not only historical data, but the actual current momentum that we're sitting in right now. And that momentum for the last 8 months has been down. And typically when you have downward momentum, downward pressure, it's going to continue until it stalls out slowly. And that stalling out slowly process, I think, is really what everybody's looking for. It's really that bottom, right? And how long will we be at that bottom? So to help answer that question, we can look at clues. So we have these lower highs. We have these lower lows on Bitcoin, right? And right now we're at this place where many people, I feel like, think we're getting that stalled out feeling. But I want to put this out there. And it's kind of a tough position to hold. And we have a super chat. Steven Herzog, man. LTC East Coast team is here. Danny the man. And again, to all the haters, we got just 2 words for you. Suck it. Dude, Steven. You're too much, man. You supported the cause yesterday, man. You bought a shirt and now you're super chatting on a Sunday. I appreciate it, Steven. You're the man. And Steven, I believe I'll be meeting you with John Kim next week as well. So that's exciting. Steven Herzog with the super chat on the Sunday, putting even more pep in my step. So here's the thing, like, this happens every time, and I really see it. I feel it because I'm with everybody else. But every time we have a bottoming out, or every time we have a sideways kind of pattern going, right? So at this bottom, we had a sideways consolidation. Even at this lower high that we had in a continued downtrend, we had some optimism here. And every time we get in these sideways channels, there's a lot of optimism for a breakout. And right now, that's where we are. And I just want to throw caution out there because we're in a very critical spot. We actually haven't hit a lower low yet. That lower low that we might look for is right around here. So we're actually at a kind of a more risky area right now. And then Poseidon Lou. Dude, you guys are too much, man, on this Sunday. $49.99 super chat, Poseidon Lou. Dude, Lou, you have 1 month till I meet you. You better have your Litecoin wallet ready. You're too much, dude. I don't know what to do with you guys, man. These super chats. Really appreciate you. I'm completely grateful for everybody in here hanging out with me on a Sunday before I get ready to go out and just kind of try and enjoy the sun. Thanks, Poseidon Lou. Thank you, dude. I want to call you by your real name, just didn't know if you'd mind if I did that on a live stream, but thank you. I'll call you Lou. Decentralized Dad says, what's up, guys? John Kim, been watching your adventures. Keep it up, brother. So that's awesome, Decentralized Dad. Jim Flanagan, can't wait to have a beer with you, man. Guinness for everyone. So Josh says, I'm still having trouble through the site trying to buy a shirt. Let me know what your problem is, Josh, on the site. I'm curious. If it's an error you're getting, please let me know. And if I miss you in the chat, send me an email, questions@cryptocapitalventure.com. So John Kim says, Lou just has a big heart and faith in Litecoin and community. I know for a fact he works ungodly hours. Agree, man. Lou is just a complete, awesome, optimistic, supportive, encouraging presence right now. And actually, Poseidon Lou, you definitely, a lot of us are grateful for you. I know, including John himself. And I can see it, man. I can see Poseidon Lou gaining traction as a leader in this Litecoin community. So Poseidon Lou, I appreciate your support. I really do. Steven, appreciate your support as well. Stinking OT23, you guys are awesome. Jamal's asking what the super chat is. I'm not even going to tell Jamal what the super chat is. Jamal, your comments, your support have been awesome. So right now I'm talking about this critical spot we're at in terms of Bitcoin. Everybody wondering when we're going to get that breakout. But I want to throw caution because right now, with all the downward momentum we've had, we have this next lower low still in play. Just because we have this, you see these orange lines on the screen, this is really representation of the weekly reverse head and shoulders, and we're in this right shoulder now. We might get it. We might have support here, but I would say the odds are in favor of testing a lower low of support as opposed to a bullish breakout at this point in Bitcoin. That's just completely my opinion. I could be wrong and we could break out tomorrow and the bottom could have happened already and we're done. But I want to put out my personal opinion right now in terms of what I'm looking at, because Bitcoin has been in a very, consistent, synergistic pattern lately, right? So these lower lows, and you can even see it, like this low right here to this low, around 10%, and then this low, according to this trend line, to this low would be, and I'm assuming, right, we would get it probably not immediately, but in the next couple of weeks, but this one around 8%. So these moves and these lows are really in that, 8 to 10, 8 to 12% range for Bitcoin. And so in terms of where we might see Bitcoin actually bottoming out if this doesn't hold here is, it could be late August, it could be beginning of September, right? So we could have weeks of just this anticipation waiting for a breakout. And instead of, I guess the whole purpose of my video right now of doing this is this is my approach, instead of waiting for that breakout, I think it's more powerful to anticipate a further move down, especially if you're keen on accumulating and acquiring more Bitcoin, more Litecoin. Because if you get wrapped up in thinking this is the bottom right now, and you start accumulating now, and then we go down, it's just not good for morale, right? You can average down even more when it goes down, but it's just not a good feeling when you think you're catching that bottom and then it goes down further. So I think prioritizing first, the anticipation of that lower low, which is down here, for me, that's the most important. That's where my head's at. That's what I'm doing right now in terms of accumulation. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's my most powerful play, is anticipating that. And then from there, I'm also kind of subconsciously anticipating that this could be the bottom, right? We could break out from here. And then I just ask myself, well, am I happy with my current position right now if that happened, right? I want to make sure I don't FOMO into anything, and that's probably the second most prioritized important thing that we can do. We can anticipate further accumulation at a new lower low, and then second, we can just prepare ourselves to make sure that we're emotionally in check and we don't FOMO into a breakout if it does happen. But those are kind of my priority. That's my approach on the market right now. So in terms of if we do get a breakout, this is like that next level of anticipation, which is to say, well, if we get a breakout, let's kind of see what has the pattern, what has it been with these breakouts. And we can really use the Fibonacci for this, and I'll get the Fibonacci retracement, and we can really simply just go from this previous lower high, right, to that bottom on that trend line right there, and we can kind of bring it over, and you can see we hit that world famous 618 to 786 channel, and then we saw resistance there, which is where Bitcoin typically sees resistance and support, is at the 786 down to 618, that whole channel. And we saw resistance and we bounced off of it. So we can take the Fibonacci again, right? And we can even take it from this lower high to that bottom. And you can see, same exact thing, more resistance in that 618, 786 channel. So it's been consistent. That's historical data that's proven true. And so in terms of trying to find this next, if we do have a breakout, right, from these areas, in trying to find that next resistance area, what you would do is simply take that previous lower high to this most previous low that we've had, assuming that will be the new low and we get a breakout. Where does that leave us in terms of next resistance area? So if you want to anticipate a breakout and where to see resistance, it's going to be in that 786 to 618 channel, right at that trend line, that continued resistance upper trend line that we've been in. And that's right around $7,800 on Bitcoin. So how would you play that in anticipating that upside? You'd play that, well, you want to play that. My mindset plays it like this. If we do approach this area, I'm pretty much in full mode of we're going to see resistance, right? Because that's what's been happening. Until I'm proven otherwise, that's what's going to happen in my own mind. So in this area, be very, very careful. This is where you don't want to FOMO. You want to watch. You want to sit back and watch if we approach this upward trend line and this 618 to 786 channel for a new lower high. And I said the same thing as we made a run up to this previous lower high. Be careful because we see resistance at these levels. So I would wait for resistance, and if we actually don't see it, and if we get a breakout, then maybe the sun is coming out of the clouds a little bit more, and we can anticipate possibly a turnaround in Bitcoin. But until that happens, we can't. We have to anticipate further resistance and a bounce down. So what would that look like? It would simply look like Bitcoin actually this time breaking through the 618 to 786 channel, breaking through this trend line, which it hasn't done, right, for months and months and months. And then to be very conservative in a bullish approach, you would basically look for Bitcoin to even retest the upper trend line. If at the moment, and this is a conservative approach, right? You might not be conservative. I am. At the moment you see support here at this trend line, if we start seeing support at $7,500 after a move like this, that is when accumulation at these levels is a more safe play, in my opinion. But to really tie all of this together, and this kind of just happened naturally, but it's really to answer the question of this video, And this isn't clickbait. This really is my answer to the question, when will Bitcoin break out? You see the move that this is just me charting, right? This is just me taking historical data, and you can see the synergy really of my messy lines. It's there, right? It's the speed, the momentum of which Bitcoin has been moving. It's in line with what I've drawn. And what you see is this line over here is, that's taken us into the end of September. This could be even more drawn out. We can be in October and still in the $7,500, and if we're making a downward move, $5,200 range. So I know everybody, including myself, we want Bitcoin to just go crazy, right? It's more fun. I'd be lying if I said it's fun at these levels. It's not. It's always more fun in a bull market. But if we take this whole channel, right, in this basic falling wedge, really, you can see how we can very easily be in October, end of October, really in this channel. Just Bitcoin further consolidation anywhere in this channel, down to $5,000 up to $7,500. So when will Bitcoin break out? It could be tomorrow. This market is you can't predict it. And it could just break out and we can be at $10,000 in a week. I don't think that will happen. But a more safe play is to say, well, if this continued momentum and consolidation continues, we could very well be waiting a few more months for Bitcoin to break out, to do something exciting that we all want. So, Randall, this isn't clickbait. This is me saying, when will Bitcoin break out? This isn't a prediction. It's my opinion that Bitcoin will take another, couple months or so of consolidation possibly. And that's probably the safest anticipation that we can all have, so that we don't FOMO into anything, right? And so that we also are best positioned to accumulate our positions. Because on the flip side of that, if I'm completely wrong, right, in my conservative approach to sit back and wait for further consolidation, if I'm completely wrong and in a week we break out, I could care less. I would be extremely excited and I didn't lose any money. But in the worst case scenario, and this does take months, right, I'm able to objectively and using wisdom accumulate even more Bitcoin, so that when it does break out, I have an even more strong portfolio. Because otherwise, if we're anticipating a crazy breakout, right, like right here at these levels, and you're just convinced it's going to happen based on emotion, based on reading everybody on social media, everybody's hype about Bitcoin, and you're accumulating at this level $6,300, and then all of a sudden we're like testing this level and we break it a little bit and we're at $5,000 and we're down, $1,300, you're going to be like, why didn't I wait? And the whole reason I do these videos is so that you don't get stuck in that position of being like, man, I just used all my fiat at $6,300 and I could have picked it up here. And that is why, I started this channel, is to really try and anticipate the dips as best as possible. Because from a mental aspect, this game is mental. And if you're in a strong, powerful mental mindset and you're always accumulating the dips more conservatively because you're patient, you're going to be way better than accumulating the tops, right? You're going to be way better than accumulating at these lower highs because you think Bitcoin's about to break out, and then right as you accumulate there, we see resistance at this consistent channel, and then we're down, and you're like, why didn't I wait? And so that is why. And by the way, if you are accumulating at these highs because you FOMO in, right, these lower highs, in the long run, they're probably going to, as long as you can hold, they're most likely going to be great investments, right? But on the short run, on the short term, because it's such an emotional game, everybody's glued to their phones. You and I are watching these charts. You and I are attached to these markets, right? We're invested in these markets because we love the technology, and it's an investment of ours. Anybody would be lying if they're like, yeah, whatever. But we're watching closely. So the best thing we can possibly do is have a conservative approach where we can sit back, we can relax, and we can anticipate. So those are my thoughts. When will Bitcoin break out? Well, my opinion is we have a little bit more consolidation to go. We might have these swing highs happen, right? and we'll have this next lower high possibly in play. If we break that, then we can really start having that discussion of, is Bitcoin about to break out? But it hasn't happened yet. Right now we're in this little sideways trading area, and it's very similar to where we were back in beginning of May or beginning of June, end of May, right here. People thinking the same thing. Bitcoin formed a higher low from this last low. We're looking good. We're going to bounce up, and then look what happened. We went down. So similar thing. Are we possibly forming a higher low from this low? Possibly, but be careful, because we can break down and form a new lower low just like that. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on when will Bitcoin break out. And I hope I answered that question so that this video does not seem like clickbait, but it's a question that I wake up every day asking myself, and I thought it would be a great topic for a video. So we will see. We will see. But look at that messy chart that I have on the screen right now. How's everybody doing in the chats? I always just go off into the technical analysis, and I feel so bad because I fall behind on chat. Will, down 70%, but was up 30K in December, but didn't take profits. Kevin Coxwell, 1,000 at $5. Jamal, heard Dan. Where did you hear that, Jamal? I would love to know. Pippa Harrison, thank you for your dedication to the subject. I appreciate your calmness and insights. Thank you, Pippa. I appreciate that. And I haven't seen you in the chats or comments. It's awesome to have you. Dan Best says, love Sunday live streams. That's crazy. I thought Sunday would be like the worst day to do a live stream. I'm not sure if I've ever done one before besides Sunday evening. Do you guys like Sunday live streams? Wow, OT23 with another super chat, $19.99. First off, I want to answer this. Hamza Abdallah says, you made me lose all my money. That is 100% lie. So, appreciate the comment though. So, OT23, $19.99 super chat. Appreciate that, OT23, who asks, thoughts to have a Telegram room. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. That's a great question, because we have an app in development right now. It has a mobile interface and it has a desktop interface. You can go to cryptocapitalventure.io. You click the launchpad. It's a social platform where people are chatting over there. There is a chat. It's not an iOS or Android app yet, but it's in development. But I am curious. Until then, are people Telegram? I just feel like can get out of control. I feel like a lot of Telegram groups out there in cryptocurrency world are just filled with nonsense and spam. But if you guys, if a majority of all you think that would be a good idea, please let me know. I'd be curious, because it's something I've definitely thought about. Hodl Fuel is in the chat. What's up, Hodl Fuel? JG89797 says, it's been going down for months. If you don't want to lose money, then don't buy in. You're the man, Dan, says Jamal. Sunday at this time is really good for me in Scotland. That's perfect. What time is it in Scotland, Jamal? Wendell says, if you don't want to lose money, then don't sell. That's a pretty good point. You don't lose money until you sell. Hamza Abdallah was just kidding. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I thought you were just one of those. I thought you were one of those hater trolls, Hamza. You're gonna have to be the hater of the week next week. So I'm curious. What is everybody's thoughts? I have my messy drawing of the charts on the screen. Tech Lords, what is your thought, right? I know Jose, Miguel, if you're still in here, what are your thoughts? I know these are some of TA guys that we have on the launch pad over there and on Twitter. With what I have on the screen, do you guys believe we're going further down to form a new lower low? Do you believe we're going to test resistance first? Do you believe we're going to break resistance? Really curious. Tech Lords says 6K is really strong. And that's really a good point. I mean, a lot of people are looking at that 6K, even 5,800 to 6K channel as a really strong show of support. If that breaks, I think things can get short-term messy, obviously. But Tech Lords says sideways for a couple of weeks. And I think I agree with that. Tim Mosley says, what's up, Hodl Fuel? Seen the package you donated to Ben yesterday. Much respect. I guess Bitcoin Ben had a live stream yesterday, and there was, I believe, some Hodl Fuel coffee. So that's pretty cool. Randall McMurphy says, global currency crisis is going to ignite a run no one has ever seen before in any market ever. Tasmin says, we will break on the upside or downside, Tasmin? George, Litecoin's done, cut your losses. 8K, then down, then bull run, says Chris D. So Chris D says 8K, which really is at basically around the top of this trend line, then down, then bull run. One thing I also want to point out, I saw a video and I don't remember. I wish I could say, and maybe somebody in here. I saw a recent video, somebody talked about basically comparing that last bear markets and really that flat trading at the end, right? At that bottom area. And it's a really great point because that flat trading was a good amount of time kind of trading sideways for a while. And then out of that sideways trading area, Bitcoin slowly started going up, right? It didn't go up crazy, and then all of a sudden it broke out. And I wish I remembered who I just saw do that video, because I'd like to shout that video out. But it was also a great point, and it further confirms why patience right now might be very important, as many people are expecting a breakout. If a breakout does ensue, I imagine it might be because some crazy thing happens out of nowhere, and a news spurred breakout might happen. But otherwise, I really do think we have a little bit of time before that happens. So I think that's the technical analysis for the day. I got to get the show on the road. I know Sarah and my family will be waiting for me shortly, and really glad I did a Sunday day live stream. I didn't realize so many of you would be around. If you enjoy the Sunday live stream type of deal, press 1. I want to see if we get some ones, because that could be helpful to know. I did a live stream because I thought it would be quicker just to kind of get a video out there to all of you. So Tech Lord says 1. We got some 1. All I talk is tech. Go subscribe to his channel. All I talk is tech. He's got a nice tech channel, and also a supporter of this channel. Appreciate that guy. John Moore is here. I didn't even know John Moore was here. I'm happy I didn't take much profits out in terms of US dollar back in December. I'm here for the good of people. Oh no. I'm here for the good of people for the long run. Decentralized money is a very important thing. John Moore, you're the man. You're the man. And I 100% agree with your comment. Can't wait to see you again. I should be seeing you again next week, John. So we got a good amount of ones. That's pretty cool. We have Brian Huggins. My dude Brian Huggins is here. The Panther of Litecoin. Brian, are you gonna be there next weekend? It would be awesome to finally meet you as well, dude. Glad to have you come by the channel, man. Really am. Man, we got like the whole family. We've got like the whole family here. Cool. So it's good to know you guys like Sunday live streams. We'll try and do that. I think it's New York City, Brian, or it's either New York City or it's Jersey. I don't really know. I have to touch base with John Kim, because I don't really even know what's going on. My head's out of the game. Good vibes ASMR. Sarah and I should do a coast to coast shopping trip using Litecoin. That's hilarious. She probably would not mind that. And that would probably make an awesome like documentary YouTube channel type of deal. Coast to coast shopping spree utilizing Litecoin. Cool. All right, everybody. You all are awesome. Thank you so much I didn't realize there was going to be, many of you out there coming on today. So it was really cool hanging out with you for a little on this Sunday. I hope you have an awesome time just chilling out on this weekend. Finish up the weekend. Get some energy for this week coming up. We're all going to need it. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You super chatters, you're ridiculous. Very grateful for you. Very grateful for all of your insights, your comments, everything you do, and just for hanging out with me. Have an awesome Sunday, and God bless.